Yo, mic check 1 2 1 2. Welcome to season 3 of the Faulty Logics podcast. It's been a while. We've been pretty much gone for two and a half months.
Three.
Yeah. Cue the intro music. All right, welcome back. Hope you guys enjoyed that intro music, courtesy of Max over here, as well as the intro video.
I finally get credit for these guys taking advantage of stuff that I did.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, which you probably don't, I used to do another podcast called All In, and with Max, and I pretty much recycled the intro music and used it for hours because it was dope.
It's okay, we took it online anyways.
Yeah, so now Max is joining us for this season. Really happy to have him here. He's gonna be doing a lot of like graphics work and video stuff and guest hosting as well for us too. So that's gonna be pretty sick. But the main reason why we were gone for so damn long, Wayne.
I was pregnant. Nah, my wife had our baby 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yesterday. 2 days ago.
Your baby looks very angry all the time, by the way.
She's got my bitch face.
Congrats.
I still haven't seen her in person. It's crazy.
You follow my wife on Instagram?
Huh?
Don't you follow my wife on Instagram?
Yeah, but not in person. I didn't see your baby in person.
You just need to look at this. Add this amount of hair. So this is exactly what you're going to see. But yeah, she's alright. She always gives people dirty looks.
How's fatherhood been?
Same. I don't know. Everyone's always like saying everything's gonna be different. I guess life would be stressful, but I think I got lucky with my baby.
Your baby is very quiet, like compared to other babies I've seen.
Yeah, she sleeps for like 8 hours a night, which is very nice. Or at least I'm assuming she's sleeping for 8 hours. Because if she's crying, I don't know.
You should enjoy that for now. I've been to daycares. It's quite terrible.
Oh, those monsters.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, and then we have Billy. Well, you guys seeing us for the first time in video, I guess.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hi guys. Nothing new been happening with me. It's been like an enjoyable 2.5 months of not having to drive up from downtown to Markham, which is like it's a bit of a drive, but yeah, it's been good.
And we actually have a guy behind the cameras right now too. Another Dan, second Dan.
That's his hand. You're getting used to that.
So basically, Dan is going to be helping us with a lot of the video and audio editing along with Max. Yep. That's why we're doing videos this season with the help of these guys. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't be able to do it ourselves.
Also, we don't have the talent for it too. Let's be honest here. Like,
yeah.
I don't think we can do that.
Yeah, that's way too much work. But hopefully, these guys teach us some stuff as well too, so we can help out. And yeah, I don't know.
All right, so I guess let's talk about the content and stuff that we'll be trying to do. So for the podcast, it's going to be kind of the same as what we do now. We're going to have audio podcasts. We're going to have videos, trying to, make it more entertaining, hopefully. And then Video Dan, is going to try to produce and kind of direct us into doing other different things. Like, I think you can talk about it better than I can. So
basically, we have some other content on top of the podcast. What Dan wants to do is he wants to do a lot of these challenge and documentaries type style videos where he wants to go out in the streets of Toronto and kind of get intimate with the people. And
harass people? Is that what we harassing the people?
Phrasing.
Possibly. I don't know. That's the thing. That's the interesting thing. So yeah, there's gonna be stuff that he's gonna do. Hopefully it's gonna be entertaining stuff for you guys to watch.
You also mentioned that we're gonna try to go into like photography and other things. Like, what was that about?
Yeah. So in the time that I've been not doing anything with the podcast, I pretty much started picking up my photography stuff again. Mm-hmm. So if you follow us on Instagram, you're gonna see a whole bunch of the photography stuff I do. I'm probably gonna post a lot of like cosplay stuff, to be honest.
Oh gosh. What kind of cosplay? Like perverted cosplay shit, or
I don't know. You're gonna have to follow us to find out.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's some of the stuff I'm trying to do there, and pretty much expand Faulty Logics not just as a podcast,
Yeah.
but just
What's
like
gonna happen is you're gonna go to faultylogics.com. It's gonna redirect to Pornhub.
Oh, God.
That's gonna be what happens.
yeah. We're trying to make it more of a like an art hub where
Pornhub.
No,
Not
don't.
art, no,
A network. Network. He means network.
No.
an art network
No hub.
where basically we're gonna have different types of like artists doing their own thing. It's not just gonna be the podcast. We might have some music, some videos, some photography, that kind of stuff. So hopefully we like grow a lot more from here.
All right. This is not scrolling.
What?
No.
As long as it's recording, we're good.
All right, sorry. Never mind. It is recording. It just wasn't moving.
Okay.
Okay. So in the 2.5 months since we've been gone, what have you been up to, Dan?
Shit. Well, one of the things was photography. I mentioned that, so I've been doing a lot of that stuff. Pretty much, like as soon as I get off my day job, I'm pretty much doing photography like nonstop.
Remind everyone what's your day job.
I sell insurance. It's really fun and
Yeah.
exciting.
Fun and exciting. All right.
Other than that, like I kind of picked up fishing as well too. I haven't done that probably in like 15
Love
years.
fishing.
Yeah, fishing
Right?
is fun.
It's okay. Like I still don't really. I don't think
don't
it's
love
that
fishing.
crazy fun,
I
but
like
like
like going fishing with Wayne.
No, I don't
'Cause-
like going fishing with Billy.
All right, so if you ever like go fishing, you kind of go through experiences where your hook gets stuck, and you gotta do stuff that's not so fun. If you go with Wayne, he'll do the stuff
do
for
it
you.
for
That's not-
he's gonna
yeah,
tie your
yeah.
knots and
Yeah, he'll tie the hook for you. Just pretend like you don't know what to do. You're like, oh.
I don't
shit.
like going fishing with Billy because this fucker won't get a new rod. Because this fucking reel clicks so loud. I swear the guy's scaring away all the fish.
It's a rod that I had since I was like 11 years
Yeah,
old.
get a new
so
damn
it
rod.
has like sentimental
memories?
value. Yeah, sentimental value. You can't-
Have you caught anything with it?
Yeah, I've caught some stuff. It's been delicious.
what seaweeds?
Well, if there's seaweeds, then you just give the rod to Dan or to Wayne, and then they'll take care of the problem.
So I kind of know what you mean too, because like when I first started fishing, I went with my cousin,
Yeah.
and at first he would like help me tie my shit and everything too. Second time we went, he's like, "Yo, if your shit gets stuck and you lose your hook and your line or whatever like that, you're gonna have to learn how to retie it." So spend like
no, you don't let them know that you're competent. You have to keep being incompetent.
no,
That's
my
the
cousin's
secret.
not gonna stand for that bullshit.
Oh,
so.
Sit at
man.
one end of the boat and just like go in a fetal position, like I can't do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this like an age thing? Because I don't know anyone that goes fishing other than like the three of you.
Really?
that
Am I
age thing?
dating myself now?
No.
The only reason I started fishing is because like all these people at work started asking me to go fishing for some reason. My cousin started asking me to fishing. All these people start sending me fishing videos. Like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? This is so boring. I still find it kind of boring.
Yeah.
I-
Once you go
but-
fishing and you kind of just relax, it's
Yeah.
like, all right, that's good. And you catch a fish, that's when the reward
Well,
comes.
yeah, the thing is, like, I caught a 20-pound carp. It was,
Oh,
like,
I
the
saw
biggest
that.
thing that I ever.
I saw that.
20-pound carp.
That was pretty legit.
Yeah, and that was like the biggest fish I've ever caught. So,
That's pretty damn.
and the first day that I went, I didn't get shit. Like, I got bites and they got away. And then the second time that I went, it was literally the last cast that I threw out there. I used up all my bait and everything. I just threw it out there and I finally got it. And a few times, I thought it got away too because it wasn't fighting that much, or it was like swimming towards me. So I'd be like, I think I lost it. And I would like start reeling in. I was like, oh no, wait, I feel something. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's seaweed or not. And then I finally got it. It was huge. I was like, what the fuck? So I was like super excited about it.
Because from my experience, because I've never caught a carp before, because those bitches don't bite on like regular worms or like, they just
Yeah,
eat
they're
garbage.
bottom feeders.
They just want garbage. You throw garbage, they'll bite.
Oh, really? So if you throw
Yeah.
a boot down there, will they bite
Well,
you?
Maybe they might.
What I do is we have like sweet corn.
Yeah, I heard
And
that's
you,
good.
you throw it out into the water so that all drops and scatters in the area and attracts them.
Is that
there,
like
right?
like an Asian thing or
Yeah,
like
that
a
sounds
practice?
No, it's
like
that's how you do it.
chumming.
Yeah, chumming the water is what they call it. So you can also like mix Jello with like breadcrumbs and the corn, and you throw that out. Use that to like onto your bait and everything. And yeah, basically it's just corn. You don't need like worms or nothing. It's pretty cool. It's a lot more casual because you just cast your line and you sit there and wait until you get a bite. Whereas like bass fishing, you have to constantly keep reeling and stuff like that.
One time I tried using bacon, didn't work.
bacon. Oh, that's such a waste.
I use
Wait,
spam.
Is it like cooked bacon?
No, raw bacon.
Oh, man, you gotta cook that and then just let the smell get them. That's what you gotta do.
How far to the city were you?
I was in Pickering.
Oh, that's
Not
pretty
too bad.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not bad at all.
about so geography wise, that's like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Not
Depends
even
on how
like
far
maybe
you go.
Yeah, it's
maybe
like-
like 20 or 30 minutes.
I think you can catch carbs at Leslie Spitz.
Okay. I think they're everywhere.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah.
Wait, there's a lake big enough in Pickering that you don't have to go like really north.
I think it's
lakes
right by.
everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
like what Fisherman's Bay or something. That's what it's
There-
called.
Sorry, that's
There,
better. Yeah, that's
there are
better.
lakes slash ponds here.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think you're
Frenchman's
supposed
Bay,
to
sorry.
fish
Yeah.
from, but yeah, you could catch fish.
All right. Yeah. So, was there anything else you did, Dan? Where we go on?
What else? Oh, I went to LA. I went to
Oh,
LA
nice.
for my cousin's wedding. That was pretty cool. I haven't been there in like a long time since I was a child too. So I met a lot of these cousins that I never met before.
Yeah.
LA was pretty cool.
How's
just-
LA like weather compared to Toronto?
For some reason, it was not bad actually. They're actually getting a lot more rain than they usually do.
Oh, it's like
So-
us here, like in Toronto, where
No.
we're getting so much rain.
Because
randomly?
when we were in LA, we were getting floods in Toronto.
Oh
and
yeah.
and then they were in LA and they're like, oh man, this is so much rain. This is like we never get this much rain. There's way too much rain. It was just like sprinkling.
Oh.
I've been to LA once. I don't think I want to go back because that time just made me think LA is always hot. Because I think I went for 3 or 4 days.
But isn't that good though? If it's hot.
No. I went
It's
for
like
4
humid
days.
too.
It was
Oh.
so hot, 23 people died.
What?
From heat stroke.
Shit.
This is like almost over 10 years ago, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
after that, I don't want to go back.
But like I heard the beaches are nice.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
that
yeah,
weather.
of course.
Like if it's not super hot, I'm sure it's great. Like you just walk around in shorts all year round, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like it's really good weather. Some of those people are crazy, anyways, though, because they
Oh,
like
yeah.
they wear like hoodies and like sweaters. I'm like, how are you surviving in this heat? But
Just get
I
used
think
to it.
my favorite thing about LA was I went to this place called Dirt Dog,
Yeah.
and they had these like nasty, like grimy, greasy hot dogs.
Must
But
be
they
so
were like,
delicious.
they were
Oh
so
yeah,
bomb.
that's like
Oh,
they're like-
dirtier the food.
Oh.
It's
They're
like
quintessentially
black grease or
American.
something.
They're probably like the best hot dogs I've ever had.
Oh man, is it like huge too? Like is it American sized?
No, they're like probably like maybe 6 inches long. They use like some white bread and they call it like a lobster bun or something. Lobster bread.
okay.
They dip it in some like butter, and then they grill it. Like it's amazing. It's, it's
That
really
sounds
good.
Hey, I was also at LA in December, I think.
Yeah.
So, Dan, how was the homeless problem compared to Toronto?
I didn't really go much into the city to
Okay.
be honest.
Which parts were you at in LA?
I went to. Oh, I was staying in Alhambra.
Where's that?
So that's
Where's
in this Asian area. So there's a lot of like bubble tea and like sushi
Oh,
stuff
man.
there.
Okay.
So all the Asians live there.
So it's like Markham equivalent of.
Pretty much. It's even in that same general area above North,
Is it
like
is
LA.
like LA
too.
size wise compared to Toronto? How what's the size? Like is it equivalent size? Like in GTA wise?
Honestly, LA,
Yeah.
the city itself, like downtown LA,
Yeah.
it's quite small, and then you have a lot of different like
Districts.
districts,
Uh,
and like they're like little communities, but they call them different cities as well too. But literally you go like 2 blocks and then it's like another city.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
the states, I get so confused because whenever I go to San Francisco, I guess so there's different counties,
Yeah.
and they each actually have their tax rates might actually differ slightly.
Yes.
Really? If you just drive like
I
a
think
couple
so.
miles down?
Because I think so. I was in Oakland, and then I think there's something Alameda County, and then they're all slightly different. Then you go across the Bay Bridge, then you got San Francisco and shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, the bridge is kind of a humongous divider way. Like, I think you'll know like this is a different place.
No. Even like just like without the bridge, like
Okay.
even those all little counties. So
Okay.
I never even quite understood how it works there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the homeless problem, I think like when you go to somewhere warm that's always warm, you're just gonna have like a bunch of homeless people. Because imagine like homeless people in Toronto in the winter time. You know,
Well, these
I'm
are the
saying
die
it's like a migration used to happen.
They're not
you know?
insects.
they're like birds flying south.
Yeah, they gotta go somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So they gotta go south.
Shelters, man.
I know, but shelters or they
Yeah.
start traveling and then you start realizing, and they don't come back up. They're like, it's
It's
cold
like
up there.
they get it from the corner. Oh, it's that time of year again.
Yeah, I gotta start flying south.
In LA, there would literally be rows and rows of streets of just tents.
Oh,
And
God.
you will-
Tents? They
Yes.
have tents.
It's like-
They're not
oh, yeah.
homeless.
I didn't see
They're
any of that at all.
Oh yeah, I when I went there, I stayed at downtown LA. I was literally 2 streets away from what they call Skid Row, which is just
Oh,
super.
I've heard of
I
that.
heard about that.
Super ghetto.
I've heard.
There's this one time I was trying to walk from like point A to point B because it was pretty close according to Google Maps. It wasn't, and I was forced to go under this underpass, and it was just rows and rows of tents, which is okay because they're not gonna rob a random Asian guy. Cause,
I don't know. Okay, I have a question.
No, I
So,
think
if
they
you
would
were
probably.
there at night and you put your arms out like this, and you're like, "Come at me," you think someone will come rob you?
No, they'll come like talk trash to you, but
They're gonna steal?
They're crazy, so they're just
Yeah, they're crazy. That's
Yeah.
why I'm pretty sure they'll shank you or something.
I don't think it's that bad. I've talked to the locals there. It's their concern is that it's super dirty, and heroin needles are everywhere, and there's drugs everywhere, which is kind of sketchy that way. But your chances of getting robbed is not that bad. So
Yes.
yeah,
For me, the most ghetto place that I was in LA was like Hollywood.
Real? What? Hollywood?
Hollywood is super ghetto. Like the street with the stars and everything.
Yeah.
That place is ghetto as shit.
Really? I imagine like they just have like a bunch of studios there, and just, all the streets are like empty and just.
my impression of that street is once you stray off the actual road into the behind the stores or like just off into like the side roads, it gets like super ghettos. Yeah, it's. I think it's similar to Las Vegas because once you leave the strip or once you leave that major tourist attraction, then it just goes down, like goes downhill real fast.
Yeah.
Like in Niagara, like it's kind of like that too, where around the casino area and the hotel area is
Yeah.
all nice and shiny.
Yep.
But even during the day, it looks super bad, like, without all the flashy lights and the
Yeah.
darkness hiding all the the sketchy stuff.
Yeah, it's more or less the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah, I think all in all, I can see the appeal of LA, but once you go a little bit deeper, it's just kind of.
Yeah. Was there anything else in LA though that was fun?
I went to Universal Studios.
Fun times.
I went
Is
to.
that where the Harry Potter land?
Yeah.
Is that
Here,
one of those?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Apparently it's not as good as the one in Florida,
Yeah.
but it's still
Well,
pretty
I mean,
cool.
Florida has
Yeah.
so much land and like
Right.
everything's better there.
Eat pho.
I didn't have pho in LA. I had poke.
Because I think they have the challenge there. The big
Oh,
bowl?
I heard about it. Yeah.
Oh.
I had Mexican food. Oh, I should talk about this.
Oh yeah. I heard
There's this
Mexican
place
food there.
called Alberto's that my cousins introduced us to, and we went to this place. They told us that the servings were pretty big to begin with,
Yeah.
so we should have known. But when we got there, we're like, oh, there's so much shit that I want to try, and so there's this thing called super fries. It's pretty much like loaded fries, like
Yeah.
a huge fry supreme, and they're like, that's enough to feed you guys, right? But we got there and we're like, no, we want to try some other stuff. So we got like some tacos, we got some quesadillas, we got some burritos, and when it was like $28, it's like super cheap, $28,
28 like US.
$28 US.
All right. So
And then
like
they bring out the food.
$1,000 here.
They bring out the food and it's like piled like this,
Yeah.
Oh.
and we're like,
Sweet.
oh man, we fucked up.
So that's the great thing about California.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but there's a moment where you're just like, oh yes, thank God. But you're like, oh no, afterwards. Because like,
It was like we're like, oh my god, this is such a good deal. Like we got so much food for so little money. But we're like, we literally have to get on the plane today. How are we gonna finish all of this food?
That's why you go at the beginning. Because every time I go to San Francisco, my flights I land out like let's say 9 p.m. My cousin will take me to In-N-Out, and if we have time, we'll go eat some Mexican food, like same night,
Yeah.
because they know I'm that big of a pig.
But Mexican food there is like really fucking good. I love it.
all right. So all right. I guess you're a new Mac. So how about you tell us something about yourself that like kind of we don't know about?
All right. I guess a quick elevator pitch. Hi, I'm the ex-podcast host of a now defunct podcast, and I guess I'm the family-friendly and politically correct version of Dan.
We're pretty much polar opposites.
Yeah, we're
almost.
polar opposite. I guess that's where the synergy of like the podcast and stuff came from. Yeah, I do mainly graphic design stuff. My day job is a graphic design / art director. It's mumbo jumbo, whatever. It's not important. We're doing our night job now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like not much to it. I enjoy doing the graphic stuff. That's why I've kind of reached out to Dan when he was doing this Faulty Logics podcast. That I could hop back in and do more of the graphic stuff.
All right.
Patch up the audio. Do the motion graphics introduction again,
Yeah.
and then occasionally do the guest host stuff because do kind of miss doing the podcast stuff that we
Miss
used
the
to
therapy
do.
of it.
Yeah, I miss the therapy of it. I mean, in my current life stage, I can't commit as much time as I did to the previous podcast. That's a little bit unfortunate, but I still want to take part in it because sometimes my job can get very brain dead and very boring. So having that kind of creative output is always like
For a graphic designer, your creative output is brain dead. Really?
Well, I think that when you work in a design field,
Yeah.
you have to design what people tell you to design. So I think
Oh, I see. So it's
Yeah.
like they give you a spec and you do it basically.
Yeah.
I think with the company I work for, it's let's just call it a shoe company. So half the time I do design shoes, and half the time I do actual graphic design. And the shoe stuff is sometimes interesting, but most of the time it's very, very tedious and very boring.
Yeah.
A lot of the work is just sending emails to China, telling them how they screwed up and like how they're not listening to you. And then
So
there's
it's
also
actually just like office.
yeah, it's like it's really stupid office stuff, and I don't really mind those because at the end of the day, I still get a shoe, and then I also get the graphic design stuff at the end of the day. But still, like when I'm going through it, I can get pretty
You
brain
get a
dead.
shoe? Like you mean you steal a shoe? Or
No. If it's a long process, I don't want to BS too much about it.
Yeah.
But I do have like I've designed a couple of shoes, and if people buy them, then I
Yeah.
can tell the warehouse to like make an extra pair for me.
Yes.
So there's always that going for me.
Nice. All right, sounds good. All right, so we ran out of memory because we're a bunch of fucking idiots, and we don't know how to do this properly. So I don't know where it got cut off from, but essentially Max is talking about like what he did and like the whole podcast from before thing. So I have a question for you though. Why like you saw our old stuff like
Yeah.
last few months, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think is the shittiest thing about what we did? Just be as honest as you can. What do you think is the shittiest thing and what we need to get better?
I think we need to add video, which we have right now.
Yeah.
I think that's I think that's the biggest thing because the one of the things that always bothered me when I was watching it is I wasn't actually watching anything. I was literally using bandwidth for just a yellow screen,
Yeah, okay.
which
The
is
yellow screen is beautiful.
And when we posted in 1080p too, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Was it?
yeah.
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 So people must have
1080p solid yellow screen.
Yeah.
Timestamps.
Timestamps.
why we need
Oh,
to post
well, the reason why we couldn't do timestamps was because the way that YouTube
Oh.
is now, you either have the end screen annotations with like,
Oh,
click here,
yeah.
subscribe
Yeah,
or stuff,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
or you have annotations only. So it's one or the other. So that's the downside of the new YouTube stuff.
I guess the next thing is not crediting me for editing the audio.
He's got the credit in this video.
Yeah.
It's
No.
recorded.
Anyways, I think the podcast has been run pretty well, much better than what Dan and I guess the other people that have helped us done before. I think mostly because with Fuzzy Logics, you guys started with just audio to work out the content kinks before pulling in the
Yeah.
video that we're doing now. But whereas with All In, I guess we set our bar a little too high initially.
How big was the crew for All In?
We had like 5, 4, 3, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it went down to 3 at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I guess in terms of outside of content, the only people doing the back end stuff is just me and Dan.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see,
It was just me and Max doing pretty much everything that we could.
I see.
The
And-
other guy is full time, just watching the games and yeah. He's the content research.
But he didn't do much research.
No, he did. His results were pretty good, and he's probably more knowledgeable about the game than.
But he
either
made
of
the
us.
results on the fly. He would never fill in our
I
sheets.
think you
You know?
guys got some issues to work out with. I think
No, he's cool. He's cool.
Yeah, but it didn't work out. It was like too much work. It's too niche of a thing too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and then for me personally, I think after that season ended, I was actually totally down to do more stuff. But then I guess like life just changed, and I also stopped gaming for a little bit. And then so I guess in terms of like time and like my mindset, I just wasn't in it.
Yeah.
So I just kind of let it go.
What game?
League of Legends.
Okay, cool.
Of course.
Why?
I don't play. So I don't know.
You don't play games, wait.
I thought they were talking about basketball.
Oh,
They are.
I did have a basketball. So
Yeah, 'cause I was a little confused. I'm like, wait, so Max is in the NBA too?
he is into
I
NBA.
am into.
No,
I'm
because he
into
said he
it.
was playing. I was like, so I got a little confused. So
Oh.
I just had to.
Oh, I
clarify.
guess for both because I tore my Achilles, so I didn't play basketball either. So.
But I did have we did have a League of Legends podcast there, and we also had a basketball segment
Yeah.
as well too.
Yeah.
But the basketball segment, like, it was too complicated. It was more like,
Yeah.
who the hell is gonna listen to us about
And the
basketball?
space was
Yeah.
like way too saturated, and we just sucked.
Yeah. So,
Well, I mean, like we kind of suck too, but it's like you gotta improve, right?
but you're still watching us, motherfuckers.
Honestly, in terms of like, I'm not saying this because I'm a guest host and I don't want you guys to kick me out, but the production quality and the content quality of this is and I feel like the audience and the potential of this is like way bigger than the
Because,
very
like,
niche.
'cause what's not like posted and discussed is how many hours the three of us actually sat in this room and Wayne's old basement
Wayne's old
talking about like why do we suck? Like, we sit there and we also have a hangouts chat.
Yeah.
We're like, why do we suck? Why do we do better? Like,
I think
how do
after
we really suck?
I think after doing these, like we just really put in like appreciate the amount of time and effort people put into the back end stuff of YouTube. Because like a bunch of these like I don't know like 13-year-old people that want to do like Minecraft YouTube video, they start doing things and like the costs start picking up because like they have to get good equipment, and then the time starts picking up because they can't edit for their life.
But they also have a lot of time. Those 13-year-old kids.
These kids are talented too, man.
Yeah, they're so energetic. Like we're old and we're tired. And we're like, oh fuck, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're good for today then.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it short today, so we can prep for next week's.
Yeah, so we're gonna cue the outro.
Thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. Click here to any of those future videos and our current video. Make sure to go to faultylogics.com to check out our social media links: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Peace.